the country, the Colorado Buffaloes. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Cyclones will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will go on the attack first. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkle.
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
That's reeled in. It's Hill. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in the rhythm.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. You think about the Big 12 offense, it just seems like teams get caught sleeping. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these 2 teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
And the Buffaloes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Lewis wants to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Iowa State's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. the pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Cyclones will hustle from the line. On third down, he drops the throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch at the 45. Returns going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Takes the handoff. It's Dickens. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to go.
Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the...
Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bucks!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum. But unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Wisconsin. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. The Cyclones headed quickly to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Cyclones with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun. The running back has it. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Lee. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Cyclones with the 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. They're working that left side. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. He'll set up to throw. The big guy smells it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclone! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
Took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back. And the defense makes a play, sacking him.
this son of a bitch, I'm gonna kill him. No. Don't. I see you coming. You'll die before you get anywhere near me. I don't care. Just kidding. Just go. Just drive. No. I'm going to do this one way or another, Miss Sawyer. And let me help.
In here like this. You hear me? You understand? Mr. Pinkman, I'm gonna call security. Alright, here I go. Come on now. Mr. Pinkman, final warning.
Hey. Need to go to work. Now. I already told you I'm not going. Got a bachelor who ruined and an employer who will be very upset if that happens. And I could give a shit. I'm not leaving here. And my employer has a problem with that. He can tell me himself. Not his errands though. Shit. Hey, I don't know this guy. Call security. I'm being attacked. That's right. Got a situation. like to speak with you.
I told you I'm not leaving.
He's downstairs.
Iris 27. This is John. I understand your preoccupation, but Jesse, I am of the business. I need you back for lab. Return.
I can't.
Please answer some important messages.
Leach, he's dying. I can't be away. I want to be here. Now. I can't be away. Something happened. I am very sorry. Is there anything I can do? I am on the board of this hospital. I can recommend doctors. Make sure he gets whatever he needs. The best treatment. He's not sick. He was poisoned. How did that happen? Doctors. I don't know. Sure. Why did you stop? Why did you stop? Why did you stop?
defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks. And the coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on it. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped. Run game.
You're going to stop the run game. You better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some balls. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle, it's Reed. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Looking for a crease, it's Dickens. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out.
Lewis wants to pass. Fierce pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Over the middle, it's Bond. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Connection to the right. Stepped out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The give to the back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's Pardee's mission number one, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
The Cyclones line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Corrals it at the 45. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Lewis to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and he falls to the ground incomplete.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man. It's Dickens. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Buffaloes are rolling down the field. They'll give it to him again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. This is a tough one. A third and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Lewis wants to pass.
had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 4 over Washington State. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in. That is a good sign for this offense.
And the Cyclones want to crank the tempo. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Rodgers. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the football.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing your end zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Malone. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's looking deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Iowa State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. These 2 defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Lewis to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hill. There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking for the score. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp, but to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Amazing connection. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. To the air on first down. Grab in the middle. It's Rodgers. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cyclones can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires deep on the run. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. If you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Heels to punt and try to pick up some yards. Will be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far at Ames. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
The give from the gun. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Cyclones will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this this one. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back on the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring it down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for those guys.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Lewis wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's moved. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And the offense continues to run the football. A 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the tackle was made on the return man, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Handoff from the gun. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Cyclones want to move quickly. From the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the right. All by himself. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Cyclones will line it up on 1st and 10.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call it.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Cyclones have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback. You just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass from the jet sweep. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Leaves it with the back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score.
Touchdown, so close. Great job by the back on the option.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. LSU dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Catch in the middle, it's Williams.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Lewis to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Going right to work up top. That's caught. Lead. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Cyclones want to pick up the tempo.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Lewis wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Green. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Lost to throw on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Final minute now of the third quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Williams. Tackled there by the defense.
That was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Here's the handoff. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Rodgers. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Gives it on the option. Breaks it to the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Cyclones come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Cyclones are moving quickly down the field.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Looking for room. It's Jackson. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. 12-yard line. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. On third and goal, they'll throw it. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off, punctuate this drive with a touchdown. And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He wants to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's second and 10. Lewis to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Miller. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes are threatening on first and goal. Lewis wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the... to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions. Now setting up third down. You're expecting... Again, is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. What a disappointment. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The Cyclones moving quickly to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Bringing the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Time for the offense to try to put together a fourth-quarter drive to break a tie. On the ground, it's Harris. Shakes off the defender. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Lewis to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hill. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pick up of 10 and the first down. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. First down. Looking to throw on first down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's third and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play? You can dial up. Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make it.
It's a minute to the goal line. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And you want to talk about game tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line at warp speed for second down. Back open in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He'll do it himself. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Gotta have it here on fourth down. He's taking the deep shot. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. And this to tie things up in the final minute. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will tie the game here in the final minute of play. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Lewis wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Green. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Quarter's not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. Finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Hand off from the shotgun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Cyclones can really attack on this second and short. Some misdirection with the counter. Fouls through the defense. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Splits the uprights. Good. And now they regain the lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Lewis to throw. That's caught. It's Williams. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that.
Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Really? 3 minutes. 3 is good. Even if I'm like French, 3 is